escorted tonight by her father, Mike Schlosser, and senior Caitlin Schlosser. Caitlin has taken part in a wide variety of activities, including marching band, audio hype, jazz band, symphonic and concert band, pep band, winter guard, and women's chorus. She's also played tennis for the last 4 years, served as class secretary on student council, and was a member of Link Leaders and National Honor Society. Caitlin is a 3-time Americanism and Government Test winner and represented Piqua at Buckeye Girls State this summer. Following graduation, she plans to attend Ohio Northern University, where she will double major in history and political science. Please join me in celebrating senior Caitlin Schlosser. Our next senior, Kai Schauber. Please welcome senior Kai Schauber, escorted this evening by her father, Ben Schauber, and mother, Amy Schauber. Kai has been involved in marching band for 5 years, show choir for 4 years, and a school musical for 3 years. Following high school, she plans to serve in the Air Force or Navy, working toward a career as an aerospace or nuclear engineer. Give it up for senior Kai Schauber. Next we have Kason Hughes, escorted tonight by his parents, Franklin and Tamara Hughes. Kason has been a member of marching band for 3 years, concert band for 2 years, and symphonic band for 1 year. He also played football for 1 year and wrestled for 3 years. After graduation, Kason plans to work as an independent provider for people with disabilities. Let's hear it for senior Kason Hughes. Next we have Haley Jo Nichols. She's escorted this evening by Kristen Jones, Gavin Nichols, and Kenneth Jones. Haley Jo has participated in marching band, pep band, symphonic band, concert choir, show choir, women's chorus, and local honor bands. She has also been a member of Garden Club, Art Club, and Poetry Out Loud. At the Upper Valley Career Center, she studies landscaping and natural resources and serves as president of the FFA chapter, while also gaining experience as a marketing intern with the Miami County Park District. After graduation, Haley Jo plans to attend Hocking College to pursue wildlife resource management, with the goal of becoming a wolf biologist at Yellowstone National Park. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for senior Haley Jo Nichols. Enzo Alexander. Tonight, Enzo is being escorted by his parents, Ruth and Nicholas Alexander. Enzo has been a member of the marching band from 2022 to 2025 and also participated in winter percussion in 2022. He has been active in Dungeons & Dragons, esports, and is currently part of the Computer Information Technologies Lab at the Upper Valley Career Center. After graduation, Enzo plans to attend Sinclair Community College to study web development. Let's hear it for senior Enzo Alexander. Please welcome senior Nicholas Ferrier, escorted this evening by his father Ruben and mother Heather. Nicholas has participated in both marching band and track throughout high school. Following graduation, he plans to attend Hocking College, where he will major in natural resource law. Give it up for senior Nicholas Ferrier. And last but not least, please welcome senior Becca Henry, escorted this evening by her mother Linda and father Kyle. Becca has participated in marching band for 5 years, where she has led the band as drum major for 2 years. She has also been part of symphonic band for 5 years, audio hype for 4 years, and the musical pit for 1 year. Following high school, she plans to attend Wright State University to pursue music education. Give it up for senior Becca Henry. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for our band seniors.
Tough early in the 2025 season. A close loss to Lima Senior and a blowout to Tip. Sophomore quarterback Chris Davis. Well, he showed much more confidence in week 2 despite that score. Tonight, the Indians are back home facing a Greenville team under a new coach, a program that hadn't won a game since 2022, but taking their first 2 this year. Piqua hoping to change their fortunes, back on their home turf with 2 on the road coming up. It's Piqua in Greenville from Alexander Stadium. And we have it for you here on 98.1 FM and 1570 AM WPTW, and tape delayed on the Indian Nation YouTube channel. Along with the electronic Mr. Chips, Brian Gillespie. My name is Tom Michaels. Partner, despite that 40-7 score against Tip, I thought there were a number of positives, and that starts with Chris Davis, the quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, once they got out, they got out to a slow start, but once they got their feet under them, literally in a lot of ways, they showed something for spurts of that game against Tip. Tip is above and beyond next level. I feel like they're clearly the class of the league this year. That's going to be a tough out for anybody. But yeah, definitely the young quarterback has shown some strides, and he needs to keep doing that to jumpstart an offense that struggled as a whole.
Well, in week 1, there were way too many penalties. Last week, just 2 for 10 yards.
Yeah, we were watching Tip rack up the penalties, and their crowd having a heart attack about it. And I'm sure the Piqua fans were the same way the previous week. It's an epidemic in the league right now. Luckily, Piqua did not shoot himself in the foot too much last week, because it could have been worse than the result that it was.
Now, some of the younger players are certainly showing well. In particular, I'm thinking of the freshman linebacker Landon Sellenberg. In the first week, he got a turnover in terms of a fumble recovery, and then last week he had a touchdown-saving interception.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he's a heck of an athlete. He's 6'1", 210 for a kid who's a freshman. That's a large human being. And he can run, and that's a big advantage for a guy. It's a linebacker. He kind of plays like a safety, but he can hit. So it's a great combination. He's got a bright future, and he's already shown it early.
Well, and some of the other things that we have seen, going to the air, we mentioned the quarterback Chris Davis. The guy who's been catching most of those passes has been Rashawn Garrett, the wide receiver. He's got 9 receptions, 154 yards. Longest, 67 yards. That was for a touchdown. And in that case, most of that was after the catch, because it was just a little swing pass out into the flat.
I tell you what, that's where you want to get it to Rashawn Garrett. He's an incredible athlete. He's got a lot of wiggle in him, and he's quick, and he can get going in a hurry and get. Once he passes that first guy, if you're one-on-one, he's gone. And he's shown that 2 times in 2 weeks so far, and I'm sure they'll look to get him the ball a lot tonight as they battle the Greenville wave.
Well, we take a look at the running game for Piqua. Last year, Jericho Burns, he was the guy that you went to. He piled up yards, I think around 800 yards or so for the season. And this season, nobody has been able to pick up that slack to this point.
No, it's pretty hard to believe. I mean, this is not typical results for a Piqua team. 58.5 yards rushing per game, tied or 9th out of 10 teams in the league. That's just not typical Piqua football. The line inexperience isn't moving too many giving too many holes right now for the running game. They sure could use that this week against Greenville.
Defensively, the first week, not bad defensively. They only gave up the 12 points there, but you weren't there to see it. I didn't think the tackling was all that good. I think the tackling, again, a problem, giving extra yardage to guys who appear to be stopped on the other side.
Yeah, I think the first week was, I was able to watch that game. I think some of that was sloppy play on both ends. I think the other team, got 3 turnovers. That helped. That bailed them out a little bit in that first week to hold them down, hold a decent team there. And Lima Senior, excuse me. And they last week, just again in space, they're really struggling getting guy down. Now there's some guys on Tip that aren't easy for anybody to get down, but they've got to get better at tackling, and I'm sure that Bill Neese has been working them hard on that in practice over the last couple weeks.
Well, on TV, we're going to take a look and a listen to the Piqua Marching Band. On radio, we're going to take a 2-minute break here. It is Greenville and Piqua. We'll take a look at the Green Wave coming up right after this here on 98.1 FM 1570 WPTW and the Indian Nation Station.
At Roberts Brothers Comfort, we understand a malfunctioning air conditioner can disrupt your daily life. Let our team of experienced technicians ensure your AC unit runs at peak performance at all times. Roberts Brothers Comfort, 937-909-DONE or robertsbrotherscomfort.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, under the direction of Director Wyatt Hines and Assistant Director Mitch Mahaney and Alex Acuna, please welcome and stand for the Pride of Piqua Marching Band as they sing the Piqua fight song and Alma Mater.
Week before that, holy shit. It's the best game they've ever played. It was 36-6. Well, I said, from what I see, there's at least 3
his 34th year. As the two teams now out on the field, momentarily we'll be having the national anthem. We're going to take a 2-minute break here on radio, and right after that, we'll have tonight's game, Piqua and Greenville, on 98.1 FM, 1570 WPTW.
Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a country with freedoms like no other. In order to honor America and all who have served and are serving, we ask that if you are able to please stand, remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
And we're getting ready for tonight's game between Greenville and Piqua here at Alexander Stadium. The coin toss, well, it was won by Greenville. They defer to the second half, so Piqua's going to receive, and they will defend the goal to our north and on TV to our left as we go through the first quarter in this one. Our officials for tonight's game, Chet Roberts is the referee, linesman Joseph Overhosler, Robert Floyd, the line judge. The umpire is Chris Coomer. Isaiah Warnke is the back judge, and Rodney Smith is the center judge. The Piqua Indians, well, looking to get off the snide here and get the win for the first time during the 2025 season. They go on the road for 2 in a row coming up the next couple of weeks. It'll be Troy next week, and the week after that, they'll be at West Carrollton. Piqua comes out here, back deep to receive. We will see both Rayshawn Garrett and Debo Nisley back there as the kicker, Wyatt Thacker for the Greenville Green Wave. And Piqua, with the lack of offense they have shown so far this season, I tell you what, it is very important for them to try and get this in the first drive here and make a statement maybe.
Yeah, I think that you might see a Piqua offense that opens it up and throws a lot tonight. That's just my feeling about it. I think they're getting more and more confidence in a sophomore quarterback and put it up and get it to his receivers, and I think they might try to take advantage and go after this Greenville secondary tonight.
So just about ready to go here. Happy to have you along. Don't forget, tomorrow we have Ohio State and Grambling State, 3:30 kickoff, 2 o'clock pregame on 98.1 FM 1570 WPTW. Wyatt Thacker is going to take the ball from the center of the field. He's going to put it on the right hash mark as he's going to be kicking from right to left. Not a bad crowd here coming over from Greenville, as coming in with the left left-footed boot. It's going to be a short one, taken by one of the up men. And bringing it forward, that is Cohen Brown. Cohen Brown doesn't get a whole lot of yardage, but he gets it out close to the 35-yard line. We'll see exactly where they are going to spot the ball. Looks like they're going to put it on the 35. That's where the Piqua Indians are going to have it. 1st and 10 here. Chris Davis is the quarterback. And they're going to have Debo Nisley line up to his left with wideouts on either side. They work from the near hash mark. Chris Davis calls the signals. Good snap. Pass over. Rayshon Garrett gets it. He is down up close to the 44-yard line before he is driven out of bounds by Owen Schaefer. So it'll be a 2nd and short coming up here for the Piqua Indians. Less than 2 yards to go. Again, from the near hash mark. Davis with the signals. This time 3 wideouts left, but they're going to keep it on the ground. And it's Debo Nisley across midfield down close to the 46-yard line. And that will be a 1st down for the Piqua Indians.
Spreading them out pretty good here, making those guys inside make tackles in space.
1st and 10 now. Ball spotted. They put it at the 48-yard line. Chris Davis looks over here to the near side to get the call from the offensive coaches. Once again, keeping it on the ground, Debo Nisley dekes one man. He spins his way ahead down to the 42-yard line. Debo Nisley, who previously was pretty much thought of as a wide receiver when he was on offense, but they have been starting to use him quite a bit here, and he's the starting running back in this one.
You got to have a spark. You know, Coach Neese, Travis Neese, decided it looks like he's going to go with the little guy and see if he can give him a spark here and out of the backfield.
Jay Hancock in motion. They throw to him on the left side. Slips a tackle. He's got a 1st down, and he forces his way ahead to the 30-yard line. Jay Hancock with a 1st down for the Indians.
The athletic ability of Jay Hancock to catch that one and go, that's where they can separate potentially tonight against Greenville with their athletic wide receivers versus that Greenville secondary.
Jay Hancock, who also plays point guard for the Piqua basketball team. One wide out to the short side of the field on the left. That is Cohen Brown. They sent a man in motion momentarily. Again, Debo Nisley. Nisley finds a big hole. 1st down across the 20, down to the 18-yard line. Boy, and they'll spot it down even closer, down to the 17.
With that low center of gravity, man, he's wreaking havoc with those Greenville linebackers. He's spinning off like crazy. Spin cycle all day long tonight.
Well, they have been going to the ground with Debo Nisley. It has worked, to be sure. Once again, it's going to be Nisley. This time just kind of spins his way ahead down to the 15-yard line. Pickup of about 2.5 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, one of the things we haven't seen Piqua do in the 2 previous games is get much in terms of sustained drives. And they've got a good one going here. Again from the left hash mark. One wide out on the left side. 2 to the right. They're going to throw over on the left side. It is complete, and touchdown to Cohen Brown.
Beat his first guy. He slipped out of that first tackle, and that's what you got to do. Touchdown.
So Piqua on the board with a 6-0 lead. Gavin Larger coming on for the extra point. In there as the holder, looked like Jace Palmer. The kick is up and good. And with 9 minutes to go in the first quarter, Piqua has a 7-0 lead on Greenville. Back after this 30-second break on 98.1 FM 1570 WPTW in the Indian Nation station.
Be reserved for those have trouble going up the stairs. Thank you for making their experience a positive one here at Alexander Stadium. And be sure to purchase the fall sports program tonight. There are pictures of all of the high school fall athletic teams, rosters, and of course the popular senior feature, which highlights all of the fall senior athletes throughout the season. Get yours today before they sell out. Larger cake for the Indians.
Came out, and they used Debo Nisley to do something they haven't done all season long, which is just stick it to him with the ground game.
Yeah, it's hard to see back there. He hides behind those linemen. They were having a heck of a time seeing him, and when they got him, he was like, John Cena, you can't see me, and he did the spin move on him and went past him. It's a pretty impressive drive. He was finding the holes and getting the job done.
Well, Gavin Larger with the kickoff sends it into the end zone. I mentioned this quite a bit last week, that I think he's got more leg strength this year because we weren't seeing him park that ball so that it would be coming out to the 20-yard line as it does here. So we're going to see Greenville take over, 1st and 10. Aiden Mannix is the quarterback. Piqua in their Navy uniforms with the white numbers, Navy helmets, a little bit of trim on the uniform, white jersey tops with green pants, green numbers, green helmets for Greenville. They're going to give it to one of the backs, and he moves his way ahead. That is Gabe Rommel. He had 25 rushes last week against Eaton for 182 yards. He's got 290 yards this year, and right there picks up a bunch. And it's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
That's a unique setup on there when they go up to the line where they shuffled half their line from one side to the other. They got Piqua a little bit spun around, and Rommel snuck behind those linemen, made a nice run.
John Barr, the only whiteout, he's to the left side once again. They'll give it to Rommel. He just burrows his way ahead for a first down. Aiden Mannix, as I mentioned, doesn't pass that much, 19 times in 2 games for 207 yards, but very efficient, 3 touchdowns, an interception. And he's not going to be a rushing quarterback, to be sure. He's only rushed 5 times for 7 yards. So with a 1st and 10, ball at the 33-yard line. Again, they're going to shuffle everybody over there to that right side, except for perhaps 2. And now they're going to run it ahead. And right now, we have seen problems for the Piqua Indians not able to stop the opponents, giving up a lot of yardage here this year. And there's another first down as Rommel takes it across the 40 up to the 43-yard line.
Well, they're just overloading you. They got too many guys over there. They're rolling a lot of guys to the right side of the line, and Rommel's getting behind them and just going 10 yards a pop. He's averaging almost 80 carry this year.
Under center. Now the give.
Ball's on the ground.
It's going to be Gage Denham. But let's see. And it's Piqua's ball. They get it once again here. And coming up with that football. Yeah, it was kind of hard to see who came up with that one.
They tried to hand it off, and they dropped the handoff. It was a miss. And there was some, looked like flags, or maybe they were just marking the ball.
Yeah. So the Piqua Indians have the ball at the Greenville 45-yard line. I believe that's the 3rd fumble recovery of the year for Piqua. They are going to send 2 wide to the left side. The man on the outside is Cohen Brown, who's got the touchdown in this game. 2 wide to the right as well. Now they send a man in motion. And again, big hole this time. Doing a great job opening up the holes there. The offensive line, which has been wanting here in the early part of this season. But right there, they got a huge one for Debo Nisley. Another first down for the Piqua Indians now with 7:08 left to go in the first quarter. They lead it 7-0. And we got a timeout on the field. We'll keep it here.
Tell you what, this is not a situation Greenville's been in their first 2 games, trailing, and they're a little on their toes right now. And the coaching staff over there in Greenville needed to stop this momentum because they're just getting just blown up in the middle out there.
Well, so was Piqua. As far as their defense was concerned, they were not able to stop anybody until that fumble by Greenville. And we'll have to pick up for you a little bit later on who covered that one. Right now, the Piqua Indians talking it over on the sideline with their coaching staff. Again, a reminder that Ohio State and Grambling State tomorrow, 2 p.m., the pregame here on WPTW, both AM and FM. And we know you'll join us for that one. So it'll be 1st and 10. The ball is on the Greenville 32-yard line. Piqua again with 2 wide either side. The wide side of the field is to the right. They'll throw this way. Rayshawn Garrett gets the ball, but he puts his knee down as he catches the ball, so it doesn't get any yardage after the catch. And so the ball is going to be spotted at the 33-yard line. Working the right hash mark now. Piqua staying with Debo Nisley as the back. He lines up off the left hip of Chris Davis. In motion, Jay Hancock right to left. It's going to keep her for the quarterback. He spins his way ahead. Davis down to the 25-yard line.
Looked like a bit of a quarterback draw there, but he also looked to see if he could throw it quick. Wasn't there. He took it and did a nice job.
That brings up a 3rd down and 3. Clock remaining on the run. 6:13 to go here in our opening quarter. 7-0 Piqua. And it'll be Debo Nisley, who is, let's see where the forward progress was, but he is driven back big time there by that front line. And that's a good size front line for the Greenville Green Wave.
They're going for it, looks like.
4th and 1.
Big play here.
So Chris Davis going to line up under center. Now you've got John Hess on the left side in the backfield. Zayden Allen to the right. Single wideouts either side. And it's going to be the keeper here for Davis. Bounces off one man, forces his way ahead. Should have the 1st down. Let's see. They have not made the signal as yet. They spot the ball at the 22-yard line.
Ooh, this is close. It looked like he had it, and then he kind of took a step back. And it is a 1st down. They did give it to him.
Yep.
Oh, man, that was close.
So the ball will be spotted at the 22 on the near hash mark.
Tell you what, they don't measure anymore. Have you noticed that in all levels of
now
football?
They are.
Are they going to measure it?
They're going to measure now because they put the ball down where it was spotted.
How do you mark it and then give them a 1st down and then decide to measure it still?
I don't know, but that was the referee in this one who decided to. Well, now everybody's just kind of looking at it like it's a dinosaur egg. Chet Roberts is our referee here tonight. And here comes the chains. And they have to come virtually the entire way across the field because it's just about, I'd say about 8 feet from the sideline here. Ball at the 22-yard line.
Honestly, I was surprised that they had said 1st down. It looked very close to me. I was surprised they had just called it a 1st down without even measuring in the first place.
So let's see. They're going to have to stretch this one. And yeah.
Got it.
Yep. By the length of the football, they got that one. So with 5:24 to go here, first quarter, 7-0 Piqua. And they are threatening once again with the ball on the Green Wave 22-yard line. Next week, we'll be at Troy. 149th meeting between the two teams, Piqua and Troy. We'll have that one for you with the pregame beginning at 6:45 on WPTW.
We need that first down line on this screen.
Yeah, that goes into AJ's budget next year. So with two wideouts to the left, one to the right. Single back is Debo Nisley. They got a man just off the line in freshman Luke Jensvold, and they give the ball again. Debo Nisley across the 20, down to the 19-yard line. Pickup of 3, 2nd and 7. Yeah, Piqua has controlled the ball throughout virtually this first quarter. There was a good drive going on for the Green Wave, but that went aborting with the fumble. Now on 2nd and 7, Jensvold in motion, back to pass Davis, looking right corner, and it is complete! Touchdown for Rayshawn Garrett.
Nice ball by Davis right there. There was defense there. There was defense in the area. You got to throw a good ball there, and he hit him right on the money.
And that was a 19-yarder. And it's 13-0. Piqua leading Greenville here with 4:37 left to go in the first period. On for the extra point is Gavin Larger. Came into this game 2 of 2. He is now 3 of 3. This is his 4th attempt. High snap. They get the ball away, and it is good. So, with 4:37 left to go in our opening quarter, 14-0, Piqua leading Greenville. Well, tonight, other games in the MVL. Xenia 1-1 is against Butler 2-0. Stebbins and Sydney go at each other. Fairborn with a 2-0 record plays Tip 2-0. And Troy is at West Carrollton. Troy 1-1, West Carrollton 0-2. Our next game will be next Friday night. We mentioned at Troy. The next game for the Green Wave, they will be playing at home against Fairborn. This team beat Eaton 24-14 and West Carrollton 30-0. Meanwhile, Piqua with 2 losses, Lima Senior 12-7 and Tip 40-7. Gavin Larger gets ready to kick it off, left to right.
Gage Denham and Keegan locked back deep. Larger to kick.
Gage Denham is one of those who is back deep now for the Green Wave. The kick. This one's going to land at the 5-yard line, be picked up there, brought ahead across the 25 to maybe the 26-yard line. On that run back, it came back. Owen Schaefer.
Tell you what, makes a big difference in a game like this to get ahead and put that pressure on a team like Greenville, who prefers to run the ball, is not a big passing team that doesn't get a lot of huge plays, not very often. They have had some this year early, but if you can contain their running game a little bit and make them work to get up the field a little bit, you've already got a 2-touchdown lead. That puts a lot of pressure on them.
Well, Piqua's defensive front has to tighten up, as we saw earlier. Back to pass. There's going to be flags on this play, and the ball incomplete. Looking on the far side of the field once again for John Barr.
Legal motion. They had two guys moving at the same time.
Illegal shift on the offense. Penalty declined. 2nd down.
So the penalty is declined. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. So Bill Neese deciding he'd rather see the down go by than take him back 5 yards. Obviously, this is a team that can move the ball. They have so far this season. Everybody in tight this time. And now they're going to shift, and there's going to be another illegal shift coming up here.
Well, Piqua actually got jumped off sides. It looked like they were chasing.
Okay.
They were chasing the Greenville guys, and the ball hadn't even been snapped. I don't see that very often. It looked like they were like, "Oh, where's those guys going?" They were running after them, but they ran across the line.
So Aiden Mannix is over talking to his coach, Steve Channel. Comes in now with the play. It's a 2nd and 5.
So not taking the yardage actually hurts after that.
Again, with this big shift, only one man on the left side of the line. And they're going to give it to Gage Rommel, but he is taken down.
Zayden Allen.
Yep, Zayden Allen, the man who busts through to get him. Loss of 3 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 8.
Zayden Allen, I'll tell you what, he said, I've seen enough of that play. There's nobody over here to block me. I'm going in and I'm getting that thing before he has a chance to get out there on the right edge.
See whether Gage Aiden Mannix goes to the air this time. He could have sent John Barr wide to the right. He is the only wideout that they have. Again, under center, the quarterback Mannix. Back to pass looking, and he's got Barr for the 1st down. Then he is driven back, so forward progress is going to take him out to about the 37, 38-yard line and be enough for a 1st down.
If you're Piqua, you can't let that happen because you know 15, you got to know where 15 is at all times. He's really their only receiving threat. You got to have a guy on every level covering up those angles for them to pass to him.
Greenville goes with a double tight end. Now Barr comes to the left side. Rommel, as they give it to the man in motion, coming to the outside, that is Rommel, and he gets it across the 45 out to the 47-yard line. So once again, they are able to pick up a yardage. They'll spot it between the 46 and the 47, so it's going to be a 2nd down coming up here. 2nd down and short.
It's pretty clear that no matter where he goes, you better watch number 2 and number 15 because those are the guys who are getting the ball on almost every down for the Greenville offense.
Well, most of these guys, we heard their name last year when these two teams played, so they're very experienced. And they're going to go up the middle and get the 1st down out to the midfield stripe.
And guess who?
Yep, Gage Rommel. Coming up underneath the pile is Zayden Allen once again. Zayden, a linebacker, 6'1", 197-pound senior. He is the leading tackler for the Indians this year with 19. I believe he shared that honor last year. So Piqua giving up the yardage once again. 2:06 to go, 1st quarter. They're going to look on the pass, Barr with it. He's at the 45-yard line down into Piqua territory. He is stopped by Jay Hancock. But a pickup of 5. Well, wait a minute. Where are they going to spot that ball? They finally, the official called for the ball. He was standing down about the 41, but he finally walks it back up to the 44-yard line. 2nd and 4.
They're playing mind games with you right here, trying to get you off your game.
In week 1 against Lima Senior, Piqua's defense as they run around with Rommel again down to near the 40-yard line. The defense bent but didn't break most of the time. Piqua with a 14-0 lead here inside a minute to go in the 1st quarter. Working the right hash mark once again. The white and green clad, green wave come out. Barr wide to the left side. Twin backs this time. And they'll give it this time to Gage Denham, the 5'8", 185-pound junior. Came in rushing 19 times for 134 yards. And
looks like they got it.
Got the 1st down across the 40-yard line. Back of the football is still tickling there at the 40-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 here. Just over half a minute to go in period 1. Tom Michaels, Brian Gillespie with you here. They come up, they line up Isaac Kurg on the left side, but they'll give it again to the running back, who is Gabe Rommel. Rommel, 182 yards he rushed against Eaton. Picks up 3 on that one. That'll bring up 2nd and 7, and that'll do it for the first quarter. We played 1 here at Alexander Stadium, Perk Field, and the Piqua Indians lead Greenville 14-0. Greenville with the ball when we come back here on 98.1 FM, 1570 WPTW, and the Indian Nation Station.
Atlantis Sportswear Incorporated in Piqua, Ohio is a family-owned company that started in 1985. With over 30 years of screen printing excellence, Atlantis is dedicated to producing screen-printed apparel of the highest quality to their customers.
This year, Atlantis is opening up an online store for you to buy your very own Piqua Indians gear anytime you want. Just scan the QR code at the end of this commercial to take you straight to that website.
Our TV sponsors include Kathy Henney, Lemon Meringue Floral Boutique, Bits and Pieces, Harmony Systems, Submarine House, Atlanta Sportswear, Craig's Corporation, Hartzell Air Monument and Hardwoods, Dick Lumpkins, Little Caesars, Buffalo Wings and Rings, Robert Brothers Comfort, Edison State, and Dr. Littlejohn.
Railway ball carrier, John Hess in on the stop for the Indians.
First play from scrimmage here in the second quarter. Garners some yardage there, down to the 33-yard line for Greenville, who trail in this game 14-0. 3rd and 3. Single back, wide out to the left. Mannix throws, and again, that is complete to John Barr. He is dragged down. Coming through with the stop. That's Keaton Bolden. But it's going to be another first down here, as Greenville has showed a propensity to be able to move this ball against the Piqua defense.
I tell you what, John Barrs has a huge size advantage on the outside right now, and he's able to take advantage of the smaller corners that Piqua throws at him. Even the good one, even the best ones are having a hard time handling him.
Well, you take a look at him. He's 6'4", 190, but you've got a couple of tight ends at 6'4" and 6'6", and good weights as well. Here's the pitch out, running to the outside, and Gage Denham is the ball carrier this time. Finally put out of bounds. Coming up to stop him was Isaiah Rios at the 11-yard line, but another first down here for Green Wave.
This is just what the doctor ordered for the Greenville Green Wave here. I mean, being able to squeeze the clock, keep that Piqua offense off the field, and get a drive together. This is kind of flipped the momentum of the game a little bit. We'll see if they actually get in the end zone. This Piqua team has a propensity to bend but not break, as you mentioned earlier, partner.
Aiden Mannix, the quarterback, comes back in with the plays under center. 2 backs in motion. They send Rommel. Rommel gets a little pass out there, gets it down to the 10-yard line before he is taken down. Landon Sullenberger, one of those. Sullenberger, 6'1", 202 pounds. He's a freshman. He's got a fumble recovery and an interception so far this year, and that's his 9th tackle of the year.
Also out there was Zayden Allen again. He did a nice job of getting out in coverage as well on that play.
Zayden has done a great job on defense.
Came in with a team-high 23 tackles, leading the league in tackles.
Here's a soft little pass into the end zone, John Barr, and we're going to have flags coming out. But I would think it would be pass interference.
Greenville touchdown. There's a flag on the play.
Let's see. A soft little pass to John Barr.
Pass interference on the defense. Penalty declined.
The penalty is declined on the pass interference. And it is 14-6 now.
That was some nice touch by Mannix to put that up there for Barr. That was not the easiest of throws, and he put it right on the money. Perfect throw.
Wyatt Thacker, where's number 28, comes in from the near side as he's going to kick the extra point. The hold, the boot, and it is good. With 10:07 to go in the first half, it is now 14-7. Piqua leading Greenville. Back after this 30-second break on 98.1 FM 1570 W.
Correction on the pass interference. Penalty assessed on the kickoff.
Garrett and Nicely back deep for the Indians. Thacker to kick.
10:07 to go in the first half, 14-7. Piqua leading Greenville. Each team showed quite a bit of offense here early on and not much defense, to be sure. Well, seemed like they said that the penalty was declined, but now they say they are going to assess the pass interference penalty on the kickoff, so they move the ball down into Piqua territory, and the ball is going to be booted from the Piqua 45-yard line. The guy who does the kicking, Wyatt Thacker. Thacker is now 3 of 3 on extra points. He approaches the ball and is just going to pooch this one down. It is going to be taken on the far side of the field. Looks like Debo Nisley with it across the 20 out to the 21-yard line. And so Piqua, who has shown the ability to run the ball in this one with none other than Debo Nisley. I think he on offense was again figured as a wide receiver, but here he is shown to be just very valuable as a running back. He came into this game, did Debo Nisley, rushing just 8 times for 31 yards, but that was a better average than anybody else. Ball at the 21-yard line. Running right to left, the Piqua Indians. Nisley again, the back off the right hip of quarterback Chris Davis. Everybody in tight. They're going to throw it over here on the near side. It is complete with that ball. Rayshawn Garrett out to the 35 before he is brought down. Wyatt Hissong, the defensive back, 5'10", 160-pound senior. His 12th tackle of the year and a first down for the Indians.
Yeah, with an effective running game for once this year, now the passing game loosens up a little bit, and you can get one-on-one coverage, and that's a bad thing for Greenville because they don't have the athletes on the outside like Piqua does.
Piqua too wide on either side. Out of the gun. Throwing. Debo Nisley out of the backfield. Through second effort, gets his way down to the 38-yard line. Picks up 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7. Debo Nisley, 2 receptions this year for 14 yards before this game.
He's gone from receiver to full-time running back. Starting running back doesn't come off the field guy right now. And he's having a heck of a game. That might turn the whole season around for their offense.
Piqua also using Jace Palmer out there as one of the wideouts. He wears number 81. Debo Nisley, he's going to be stopped. Picks up maybe a yard, and then he's driven all the way back to the 30-yard line. Busting through was Isaac Kirk, the linebacker, 6 foot, 180-pound junior. That was his 14th tackle of the year. So they spot the ball now at the 39-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 6. Well, actually, they put the ball at the 40-yard line. Moved ahead there just a little bit. So 3rd and 5. 3 wideouts left. 1 to the right for the Piqua Indians. Chris Davis. Done all the quarterbacking this year. Back to pass, has time, throws it ahead. It is complete. Gathering that ball in is Zayden Allen, but he's not going to gain a first down. As a matter of fact, he's going to be about 3.5 yards short, and that's going to bring the punting unit on. And staying on, because he also does the punting, is Chris Davis.
I'll tell you what, I think they had that play set up for Debo Nisley, and they ran it anyway because Zayden Allen had to come on because Debo had to go off because I think maybe a situation with his equipment. They made him leave the field, and Zayden's not quite as quick as Nisley, and he couldn't get away from that defender.
So doing the punting, Chris Davis. Davis standing back. There's a fake! A fake once again. That's the second time they have faked this year. The ball on the ground. Let's see.
We got it looks like a sideline warning maybe on Greenville.
So a sideline warning, but on the fake, and I'll tell you what, Chris Davis, if he is not in the theater program here, he should be. He faked that one, he faked me as though the ball was going over his head, and instead it is grabbed and taken ahead. And a first down now for the Piqua Indians. They also did that in the first game against Lima Senior and were successful.
Wow. Going outside the box a little bit to turn this thing around, trying to turn this season around. You gotta take some chances once in a while.
Ball at their own 48-yard line for the Piqua Indians. 2 wide to the near side. 1 to the right. Back to pass Davis. Throws, it is complete. Luke Jensvold with
tackle.
The catch. But he goes nowhere as he is immediately hit that time by
playing both ways.
Isaac Kurg. Or was that Rommel?
That was Rommel.
That was Rommel, okay.
General Rommel, as I call him. He is making the plays on offense and defense over here.
Pickup of 1, 2nd and 9. 6.5 to go in the first half. 14-7 Piqua. This time 2 off to the right side. Under pressure, ball off the fingertips of Cohen Brown. That brings up 3rd down.
Nicely timed blitz right there by Greenville. He went in untouched, put a shot on Chris Davis, still put the ball in his receiver's hands, just couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, Cohen Brown has done a nice job this year. 5'11", 151-pound senior.
It'll be interesting to see what they do here. If they try to throw it deep or try to go over the middle.
Chris Davis from the gun throws it near side, and the ball is caught, and it is complete. Rayshawn Garrett with that catch down to the 36-yard line.
Tiptoe in the sidelines right there. But I think he got them both in, so that would have been good in the NFL even.
1st and 10, Piqua. As we approach the midway point of the second quarter. This time, Garrett to the left, 2 to the right. Debo Nisley, big hole! He's at the 20, 10, 5, touchdown! Debo Nisley! Piqua leads it 20-7. And all we've said all season long about the running game. It is not in effect tonight. With 6:06 to go, first half, Piqua leads at 20-7. On for the extra point, Gavin Larger. Larger boots it with that right foot. It is good. And with 6:06 left in the first half, 21-7, Piqua leading Greenville. Back after this 30-second break on 98.1 FM, 1570 WPTW, and the Indian Nation Station. Piqua with a 21-7 lead with 6:06 to go in the first half. They'll be kicking off right to left. Gavin Larger to do the honors. Approaches the ball, and here's one which is going to go into the end zone for the touchback. And Greenville, just like Piqua, has been able to move the ball here. They got into the end zone the last time they had it. Greenville, having scored 54 points coming into this ball game while giving up just 14. Meanwhile, the Piqua Indians, they had scored 14 while giving up 52. Piqua already with 21 points in this ball game. So this has been a bit of an offensive explosion here tonight. Greenville will have the ball to begin the second half. They come out now with 6:06 to go in the half. Ball at the 20-yard line. Under center, Aiden Mannix. Mannix, again, with the twin backs. They try and go up the middle. Nothing doing there. Gage Denham with the ball. Gets nowhere with it. Brings up a second down and 10. Our radio sponsors include Arbogast Ford, Alley and Company, Moore's Comfort Systems, Melcher Sowers Funeral Home, Piqua Battery, and Smitty's Bicycle and Locksmith Services. Just now breaking the huddle, the Green Wave. John Barr, a wide out to the near side. Still going with the double tight end. They flip the ball to the back Rommel, and he will be brought down. Nope. That is Denham. One of those to get in there at him was Zayden Allen. But a pickup of 5 to bring up a third down and 5. 5 minutes to go, first half.
Guessing they'll try to run down this clock as much as they possibly can in case they don't get this first down and have to punt it back to Piqua, who is seemingly unstoppable tonight.
Yeah, both of these teams are. The only thing that stopped Greenville was the fact that they fumbled the ball in midfield. Here they throw it over on the right side, and the ball is intercepted! Coming away with that ball, that is Keaton Bolden. Well, now they're saying Landon Sullenberger. I thought one of the other guys had it there, but Landon Sullenberger, 2 weeks in a row, he's had an interception.
Mannix took a shot as he was releasing that ball, and Sullenberger did a nice job having a head on a swivel and going and get that ball.
Man, this kid, he is just a freshman. Piqua's going to have the ball, great field position at the 40-yard line of the Green Wave.
Piqua crowd hitting the Greenville crowd with he's a freshman chant, and that's for good reason because he is not playing like a freshman.
2 wide left, 1 to the right. Man just off the line on the right side. It's Jen Vold. Debo Nisley continues as the back. Back to pass quickly. Jensvold gets the ball, and he is taken down and then fumbles it. But it was downed at the 38-yard line.
We'll bring up second down.
So it'll be a second down here. So he picks up 2 on the play.
Back to Sullenberger. I'll tell you what, I can count on one hand how many times I've seen Bill Neese play a freshman that much on defense. And he's obviously one of very few.
Well, Jensvold, a tight end or an H-back, he's a freshman as well. Debo Nisley finds a big hole down to the 31-yard line. Stopped by Isaac Kirk, the linebacker.
Tell you what, he has lit a fire under this Piqua offense, man. It has been an impressive night as a running back. I think you found your running back for the rest of the year for the Piqua Indians.
That'll make up a 3rd down and 1. 2 split right. Rayshawn Garrett to the left. At the H-back again, Jensvold. Debo Nisley off the right hip of quarterback Chris Davis. And now with just 2 seconds to go on the play clock, timeout is called by Piqua. Well, at the half, we're going to have scores for you. We will also give you the statistics from the first part of this ball game. Don't forget, tomorrow on WPTW,
Looking over, you mentioned Jensvold is also a freshman, which is incredibly rare that 2 freshmen in 1 year are playing for Bill Neese on the varsity. Now, it's also incredibly rare that a guy 6'1", 220 is playing as a freshman.
They go with the twin backs this time. John Hess with the carry, and he gets the first down across the 30-yard line down to the 29. So in short yardage situations, they have been going with the twin backs. One side Hess, the other side Zayden Allen. 3 minutes to go. First half, Piqua with a 21-7 lead. Now, so far, the Piqua Indians have given the home folks something to cheer about this week. Jensvold is in motion, lines up to the right side at H-back. Again, Debo Nisley. Nisley kind of trips his way ahead to the 26-yard line. Isaac Kirk, one of those who gets a hand on him.
He's lucky he got him because it looked like he had some space to run, and he just ripped his feet out from under him, or he may have gone all the way to the house.
Well, Isaac Kirk, we've seen him at running back before. He is listed as a running back, but he has played the entire game here exclusively on defense. Now 2nd and 7 off the gain of 3. Back to pass. Here's Davis. Davis throws it down. It is caught!
My goodness.
Cohen Brown for a touchdown!
What a throw. Also was hit for the 2nd straight time he was hit on the touchdown pass.
Oh my goodness. That was just floated out there over the top of the defensive back and into the hands of Cohen Brown. That is his first touchdown of the year. Piqua now leads at 27-7, 1:57 to go in the first half. Gavin Larger on for the extra point. It is up and through one more time. He's 6 for 6 for the year. 4 for 4 tonight, and it is 28-7. Piqua leading Greenville with 1:57 left to go. Well, Rayshawn Garrett came into this ball game with touchdown catches in each of the first 2 games, and those were the only touchdowns for the Piqua Indians. 4 touchdowns here in this one. Keep in mind, for the Piqua Indians. They could get things going, get a good season on the board, and still have a problem getting into the playoffs, because this year only 12 teams per region make the playoffs. The top 4 teams, they get a bye the first week, and then you've got the next 8 teams. They play each other the first week, and then the winners wind up playing those teams that didn't play the first week. So Gavin Larger, who's put 2 of his 3 kickoffs deep and into the end zone. The other one was a little bit shy of that, at about the 5-yard line, I believe. Here comes Larger right to left. Gets his foot into the ball. This one is going to be taken at the 3-yard line, over on the far side, and brought out close to the 20-yard line before the ball carrier is driven back. The ball carrier there
Down by Zayden Allen.
So the ball at the 21-yard line.
Okay, we'll see what Greenville can do with 1:50 on the clock. Not really their style of offense to go up the field fast. They're effective in long drives. We'll see if they can do something with this short amount of time.
Everybody in tight this time. Single back. Just one man on the line to the right of the center. And the back is not going to get much of anything there. Oh, we got some pushing and shoving over on the right side.
Man, oh man, it was a fumble. Looked like the ball got on the ground, and somehow, some way, Piqua did not get that ball. I thought they had it for sure, but also it looks like they grabbed him by the back of his neck. It could have been but they didn't call it. So
Yep.
Fortunately, well, they could have had it. That was close, but they held him to a 1-yard gain nonetheless.
Looked like Isaiah Rios and Isaac Kurg exchanging pleasantries there. So a pickup of 1 on the play. It is a 2nd and 9, ball at the 22-yard line. Again under center, Aiden Mannix. Mannix gives the ball. Rammel. He's not going to get anything much on this one. So the Piqua defense starting to sniff things out a little bit here. Pickup of 1, the ball now at the 23-yard line.
It looked like Jacob Booker really had kept that ball inside on that one, maintained the edge, and that forced them back inside and limited them to no gain.
Jacob Booker, defensive lineman, 6'2", 196-pound junior. Barr wide to the right on 3rd and long. 46 seconds ago in the half. Rolling near side Mannix. Mannix throws it out here near side, and the ball is complete. John Barr once again, and he gets the first down yardage. Jay Hancock comes in there to stop him.
He had to go Barr had to go a long way to go get that ball. That thing was in the air, and he had to cut hard and dive at that thing and just barely reeled it in on a great catch.
Ball at the 37-yard line. Barr's going to go wide to the left. They work from the right hash mark. Everybody else in tight. They're going to look long. Here's the throw down for Barr, and it is knocked away. Coming in there with the breakup was Isaiah Rios, the defensive back at 5'11", 171-pound junior. And so now 15 seconds to go in this second quarter. It'll be a 2nd and 10.
Question is, if you're Greenville, do you just count, let the time run out, or do you go try to do something? You don't have a big play offense per se with the passing game. You don't want to make a huge turnover here and have it returned for a touchdown or something along those lines, fumble, etc. So we'll see what they do here.
Timeout is called by Greenville with 15 seconds to go before we go to the intermission. They are coached this year by Steve Channel, his first year. This is the guy, 25 years as a head coach, including Miamisburg. That's where I knew him most for his play down there. Also at Edgewood, before he took the job at Greenville prior to this season, he was working with Troy and their offense. Obviously, for what we've seen from Greenville and their ability to move that ball, he is, I don't know that an offensive savant would be the proper term, or maybe it would be.
Well, he definitely does some interesting things with the formations that have been pretty effective. However, I think Piqua's kind of caught on to it a little bit, and they're limiting Rommel at this point.
Hey, don't forget, on Tuesdays on the website at WPTW, the 98 WPTW.com website, we'll have our kickoff countdown brought to you by Arbogast Ford, where we preview that week's game for the Piqua Indians. Back to pass again. There's a breakup, and that ball,
oh my goodness,
almost a backwards pass,
and almost a Booker touchdown on an interception, just barely outside of his grasp. I mean, he almost threw it right to him. He tried that little screen pass, but that's why you would decide, with 15 seconds when you don't throw the ball well, do you even bother? Do you just knee it down? That was risky.
11 seconds to go in the half. 28-7. Piqua leading Greenville. Greenville into this game 2-0 with their wins against Eaton and West Carrollton. Piqua trying for their first win of the year. And another timeout is going to be called here by Greenville. Well, the other games we're talking about tonight in the MVL, Xenia at Butler, Stebbins at Sydney, Fairboard at Tip, and Troy, it was Carrollton. Pick was going to be going on the road the next couple of weeks. First of all to Troy for the 149th matchup between themselves and the neighbor next door. That is one of the all-time great high school matchups in the country, to be quite sure, certainly in Ohio. And we'll have that game for you beginning at 6:45 on WPTW. The next week, on the road at West Carrollton. I always enjoy going to West Carrollton because that's only about 10 minutes from my house in Miami Township. You're the one who will have the long drive on that one.
Not too bad.
While staying true to our roots.
Yeah.
Through it all, Piqua has been our foundation.
And then we see the Piqua Indians come back home. That will be against Xenia,
our community,
and
each other.
that'll be our next TV game to go along with our radio.
Building on our
So, now on a 3rd and 10. They keep the ball on the ground this time with Gage Denham across the 40-yard line, but that's going to do it for the first half. Clock down to 0-0-0, and we have played our first 24 minutes here at Alexander Stadium, Perk Field. And the Piqua Indians lead it 28-7 over Greenville. On TV, we're going to give you the band show. On radio, our halftime show. And with Piqua leading 28-7 over the Green Wave, Tom Michaels, Brian Gillespie, back after this. Here on 98.1 FM, 1570 WPTW, and the Indian Nation Station.
At Harmony Systems and Services LLC, we don't just make plastic parts, we help companies make great plastic products. With press capabilities from 50 to 1,000 tons and expertise in design, engineering, tooling, and assembly, we deliver true end-to-end solutions. Conveniently located just minutes off I-75, we are proud to call Piqua, Ohio home, a community built on hard work, innovation, and partnership, making us the perfect partner for efficient supply chain management and 3PL services. Our ISO compliant facility is powered by a tenured staff with over 100 years of combined experience, built on a culture of partnership and customer focus. From concept to completion, Harmony is where precision meets partnership, helping companies make great plastic products.
Alexander Stadium, the Greenville Marching Band of Pride has one question for you. Are you ready to rock? Come on, Indian fans, one more time. Are you ready to rock? Under the direction of Jonathan Baldwin and Mandy Franks, with guard directors Ingrid Tutwiler and Cecilia Rice, the Greenville Marching Band of Pride is being led down the field by Field Commander Grace Shuttleworth. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a great set list for you tonight. Our first track takes you back to a classic. It is titled after the hours of the morning in which it was written. Here is the tune made famous by Chicago, 25 or 6 to 4. Trip across the Atlantic for a tune that's sure to get you on your feet. Please enjoy our rendition of the Led Zeppelin song, Rock and Roll. of the States for our final song. Don't be afraid to join the band and sing in the middle of this one. Made famous by the greatest band in the land, being performed by the mightiest band in the land, here is Rock and Roll All Night by Kiss. Stadium. You've been great tonight. You can see the Band of Bride again tomorrow at the Wayne Halftime USA show and at the Xenia Band Fest October 18th.
Good morning, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome the Pride of Piqua Marching Band as they take their place for tonight's halftime performance. Tonight, we are proud to introduce our 2025 marching band show, Birds of a Feather. This production is inspired by the idea that while we may leave the nest, we always carry a connection to home. And in the end, we always return. It reflects the journey of our students as they set out on their own paths while still holding a tie to where they begin. Our musical selections include Arrival of Birds from the Crimson Wing, Blackbird by the Beatles, and Beautiful Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish. These works guide us through a story of growth, courage, and connection. We are excited to share this first glimpse of Birds of a Feather. Under the direction of drum majors Katie Jo Beasley, Becca Henry, and Kira Parshall, please welcome the Pride of Piqua Marching Band. The Pride of Piqua Marching Band is a shining example of the music department's commitment to excellence. Year after year, students across the district develop their musical talents and achieve at the highest levels, earning superior ratings and recognition at all competitions throughout the state. For the high school ensemble to the junior high groups, the program continues to set a standard for performance, dedication, and pride in our community. We thank our community, families, and supporters for their vital role in making this success possible. Please join me in giving another round of applause for the Pride of Piqua Marching Band and our 7 amazing seniors who we recognize before the game.
Crayex really is Piqua.
Crayex is a company built on integrity, dedication, honesty, and service. At Crayex, it truly is all about the people. Founded by Cliff Alexander in 1972, Crayex has been proudly supporting our community for over 50 years. Good life begins with a good company.
Join the team of dedicated workers and become a part of the Crayex family today.
For years, we've continued to lose our best and brightest students to other universities. They're going off to major in fields like business, education, nursing, and engineering, even taking classes online. And they couldn't be happier. We couldn't be happier either. After all, that's how we planned it. With Edison State's Bridge to Bachelor's degree program, you can get your 2-year degree and core classes at Edison State and then easily transfer to a state school. Save thousands of dollars and get the same great education with Edison State.
At Subhouse, we know your favorite teams can be unpredictable. House rule number 44, win or lose, everything's better with wings. Submarine House is your home for subs, sports, and spirits. Whether you're catching up with friends and family or looking for the perfect spot to catch the game, you'll always find great food, cold drinks, and good times. Up high, my friend, because our house is your house. Subhouse. House rules.
Dr. Littlejohn believes that clear vision begins with regular comprehensive eye exams. His friendly and professional staff will make you feel welcome in his office located at 8090 Looney Road. With our great selection of stylish eyewear, our licensed opticians will help you pick the perfect pair of glasses. Dr. Littlejohn participates in many vision plans. Call us at 937-606-2772 to schedule your next eye exam. We look forward to seeing you soon.
Go Piqua!
And we just sold our house with the help of Kathy Haney. She guided us through several bumps in the road, but we finally made it.
We just sold our house with Kathy's team. We are so happy to be here today. No nonsense, Kathy's team gets the job done.
She just sold our house in 24 hours, and we were able to find a brand new house that we absolutely love.
I just purchased a house with Kathy Haney and Remax team here, and it was a wonderful experience. They're very efficient and are always there when you need something, and I really appreciate everything that they do.
So we appreciate you and Holly and your team for helping us.
Yeah, and I would recommend Kathy Haney and her team to anybody and everybody that's interested in selling a property.
And we highly recommend Kathy Haney.
Lemon Meringue is a floral boutique and plant shop located at 120 North Main Street in Piqua. Need flowers for your wedding, funeral, baby shower, or a special event? Lemon Meringue has you covered. Lemon Meringue is open from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., Friday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturday, 10 to 1 p.m., and they are closed on Sundays. For more information, call 937-726-0451 or visit them on Facebook. Mention this ad at checkout to receive 10% off your boutonniere or corsage for the school dance. Lemon Meringue is located at 120 North Main Street in Piqua. No matter if it was a long day at work, home, the practice field, or you're just celebrating a big win with your teammates, the Piqua Little Caesars has you covered. Stop in for a $6.79 hot and ready pizza anytime. Your Piqua Little Caesars are proud sponsors of the Indian Nation Station and Piqua Athletics.
Pizza, pizza!
Bits and Pieces in downtown Piqua is rolling up the ice cream. How about their world-famous Coney dogs? They've got those too. At Bits and Pieces, the flavor combinations for your rolled ice creams are endless. There's no better place in town to grab a Coney dog and some ice cream than Bits and Pieces in downtown Piqua. The kids will love watching them make their favorite creations. Don't forget to use your Spirit card at checkout for 25% off your order. Bits and Pieces, 122 High Street in Piqua.
When the plans finally make it out of the group chat, it calls for extra fries, zero regrets, and stories that make you say, "We should do this more often." House rule number 63, never miss a girls' night. Submarine House is your home for sun, sports, and spirits. Whether you're out with the family or catching up with the girls, our house is yours. Subhouse, house rules.
Buffalo Wings and Rings in Piqua is located at 989 East Ashton. They have 45 TVs to watch all the live sports that you can imagine and offer a wide variety of food. From burgers to wings, nachos, and yes, the pretzel bites. There's something for everyone. Stop by the Piqua Wings and Rings location before the game to get full vote for the competition after for the celebration.
game. 20 of 33 for 233 yards, 61%. His longest was a 67-yarder, but most of that was the running of Rayshon Garrett. He'd thrown 2 touchdowns and an interception. And Chris Davis is never going to be confused with Barry Sanders back there. If his 15 for a minus 33 yards running is to be considered. Now we see everybody back out there on the field. So they've still got the 4 minutes up there on the clock. So we still have not been apprised as to why or when they will get the 4 minutes going again. But I would have to think it would be fairly soon with the teams going back out there and starting to warm up. And now, as I say that, we see the clock ticking down. So we will take another 2-minute break here. And when we come back, we'll have our third period for you. Piqua leads it 28-7 over Greenville here on 98.1 FM, 1570 WPTW, and the Indian Nation Station.
We understand a malfunctioning air conditioner can disrupt your daily life. Let our team of experienced technicians ensure your AC unit runs at peak performance at all times. Roberts Brothers Comfort, 937-909-DON or robertsbrotherscomfort.com.
Atlantis Sportswear Incorporated in Piqua, Ohio is a family-owned company that started in 1985. With over 30 years of screen printing excellence, Atlantis is dedicated to producing screen-printed apparel of the highest quality to their customers.
This year, Atlantis is opening up an online store for you to buy your very own Piqua Indians gear anytime you want. Just scan the QR code at the end of this commercial to take you straight to that website.
Well, we are getting ready, and we are just about ready. The officials are out there at midfield. The ball will belong to Greenville to get things underway in this second half. The Green Wave, 2-0 on the year, down by 21 points, 28-7 to the Piqua Indians. Piqua looking for that first win of the year. The coin toss was Greenville winning and deferring to the second half, thus why they will be getting the ball to begin here. Gavin Larger will be kicking off. He continues to do a fine job for Piqua. And we've seen over the last couple of years a number of teams who did not have that good kicking game, who would either kick the ball short or they would try onside kicks or pooch kicks or whatever, and they were giving up so much in terms of field position. And that's one of the things tonight. Piqua is putting Greenville in not such great field position.
Yeah, I'll tell you what,
every time.
Year in and year out, it seems like Piqua was able to have a better kicking team than, or a better kicker than most in the league, if not maybe Tip some years. This year, I think they have a better kicking team than Tip, and maybe the best in the league, and that makes a difference. You don't really think about it until it plays a big role in a game, and on a pretty consistent basis, he's kicking that thing through the end zone.
He's going to be kicking right to left as we get ready for this second half. Nice crowd on hand here. Piqua Indians, who are looking to improve on a 2-win season and a 4-win season. Right now, they are trying to get off the snide and get that first win. They've got the lead here, which is what you certainly would want. Here comes Gavin Larcher. He's going to approach the ball right to left, and he's going to put this one at the 5-yard line. It is going to be dropped by the return man, who then brings it ahead and gets it back to about the 17-yard line. On the return with that ball was Keegan Latchett. And almost a disaster, and it could have been worse, except I think the Piqua Indians, like so many teams, when that happens, maybe relaxed a little bit on defense and didn't get after it as quick as they could have, but still, the ball is back there at the 18-yard line. Good crowd on hand here tonight. The students out here in mass as they'll take it up the left side of the left hash mark and pick up maybe a couple of yards on that one, not much.
Tricky part for Greenville being down 3 touchdowns is you don't want to try to get it all back in one play. So you got to stick to what you're good at, and that's a running game, and hope that that will open up your passing game, because definitely pass first, they don't want to become a pass first team because they just don't have the offense for that.
Under center, Aiden Mannix, senior quarterback. As this time, they keep it on the ground once again. It is Mannix, but there's a flag on the play. He gained nothing on that one.
And we got a hold on Greenville.
Holding. 58 on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
Boy, Zayden Allen put an absolute hammer on Mannix right there in the hole. Just blasted him.
So that's going to take the ball back, and Greenville will have a 2nd and 17.
Greenville definitely doesn't like being in long situations here on a 2nd down deep in their territory.
Ball at the Greenville 11-yard line. Kurgan motion. Aiden Mannix throws it over on that right side to Kurg, who moves it ahead, gets it back beyond the original line of scrimmage before he is knocked out of bounds. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down now. 3rd down and 8 as the ball at the 20-yard line. Piqua would love to stop here because they would get the ball, you would figure, in pretty good field position after a punt. Each play, Mannix goes over, talks to the coaching staff, twin backs. Now they switch it up. They overstuff the line on the near side. Here's a floater pass out and almost intercepted by a diving Jay Hancock. And that brings up 4th down.
Tell you what, Piqua's defense is just firing off to the ball. They keep getting Mannix and giving him some shots. He took another shot on that pass. Those things add up over a game.
Gabe Rommel will do the punting. Rayshawn Garrett is the deep man. Hadn't had a whole lot of business as a punt returner this year. Standing his own 7-yard line is Gabe Rommel. Rommel gets this one away, and the Indians just going to let this one bounce. It's going to go inside the 40 down to the 32-yard line, maybe the 33.
Took a heck of a roll, a bounce there for Greenville. That bounced a good 20 yards almost on the ground.
So again, Greenville not having good field position to start drives in this game.
15-yard penalty.
So here's a penalty coming up.
To announce the new athletic website where you can find all the schedules for all Piqua Junior High and High School.
And it's going to go against the Indians. So what was going to be some decent field position is going to go away.
Tickets and all athletic events, as well as view on demand many of the varsity athletic events on the Indian Nation Station.
And takes it all the way back to the 23-yard line. So now the Indians do not have good field position. Debo Nisley, the back. Quarterback, Chris Davis. One wide out right, two to the left. Man just off the line in the H-back position. They give it to Nisley. Goes up the middle. They snuff it out big time this time. On the stop, Michael Fox, the linebacker, 6'1", 205-pound junior.
Let's see if Greenville adjusts at all to try to stop that Nisley running game. On that first one, they filled the hole pretty nicely.
Pickup of 1, 2nd and 9. Ball at the 23-yard line. Man in motion, right to left. They throw it over here on this near side to that man, and it is complete, but they don't gain anything on it. And the man who catches that ball is Jace Palmer, who we talked about a little bit earlier, the 5'7", 131-pound sophomore. Loses 3 yards on the play, so that's going to bring up a 3rd down and long.
Nice play by Gabe Rommel there to go run him down before he had a chance to release for Greenville.
So this time 2 wide to the right. That's the wide side of the field. They work from the left hash mark. Wide left.
Might see him try that middle screen again.
Rayshawn Garrett on the left side. They're going to throw over here his direction, and he catches the ball and gets the 1st down. Out to the 37-yard line. So Piqua able to run the ball, able to pass the ball. One helps the other. 1st and 10 with 8 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. The give to the back. And again, we see Debo Nisley and chippiness on the part, definitely on the part of number 9, Wyatt Hissong, the defensive back, who pushed off on Nisley, pushed him in the chest. It's Nisley smartly does not retaliate. Kind of stood his ground, but not retaliate. So picks up 9, 2nd and 1. Ball at the 46-yard line of Piqua. Quick throw, near side. Comes to Rayshawn Garrett. Garrett tight ropes it across midfield and down for a 1st down.
I didn't think he had a lot of space there, but man, he managed to keep those feet in bounds just long enough to get himself a nice 1st down.
And tonight, Chris Davis, who took very few snaps last year as a freshman, he looks like a veteran quarterback out there.
Sharp. Shades of Ool with the efficiency and where he's putting the ball on the money.
1st and 10 from the 40-yard line of Greenville. Davis, they'll keep it on the ground again. Bit of a hole, and down to the 35-yard line is Debo Nisley. We have seen the birth tonight of a running back.
Yeah. One low to the ground a la Barry Sanders back in the day. I'm not trying to compare him to Barry Sanders just yet, but he does have that low center of gravity like Sanders had back in the day.
Absolutely. On 2nd and 5, they're going to throw near side. Rayshawn Garrett. Hog-tied and brought down out of bounds. Keegan Lachat, the man with the stop on that one. So another 1st down for the Indians, who lead at 28-7. 6:25 to go, 3rd period.
Just a pitch and catch. And then, when you throw it as well as he's throwing it and they're catching it, it looks easy out there, and it's not so easy. It hasn't been easy, but they looked at like a different offense out there tonight.
Well, the defense has played well for Greenville in their first couple of games. Here they go, up the middle, Debo Nisley, touchdown!
What a reach on that touchdown.
Debo Nisley took it up the middle, was hit a couple of times, managed to shed tacklers, dived right at the last second, and gets it across the goal line. 34-7, Piqua with the lead. 5:57 to go in the third period. And Greenville, who got off to a great start this year with 2 straight wins, more than a little bit shell-shocked right now. And we got a timeout on the field. Both teams over at their respective benches. Neither team took the timeout here that we could see. Apparently an injured player.
Well, let's hear it for Tony Gardner.
The man who was injured or shaken up was Tony Gardner of the Piqua Indians. So now here's Gavin Larger, looking to add the 35th point. Punches this one up and through, and it's 35-7. Piqua now
And Larger's kick is up and good.
with a 28-point lead. And with a field goal or a touchdown or any kind of a score, we would go to a running clock if Piqua scores it. But we're at 5:57 to go here in the third period. Let's take we're going to stay here. I talked too long. I think we're okay on spots tonight. So the kickoff coming up here from Gavin Larger. Larger, by the way, just continues to put the extra points through. He is now 8 of 8 on extra points. He's going to move right to left. Here's the kick. He's not kicking it as deep. Once again, here is a fumble, and the ball is downed with the run back is K.J. Williams, a freshman. Zayden Allen, we've said his name a number of times tonight, and he has done the job defensively.
Yeah, he's been laying the wood tonight. He's absolutely putting shots on guys on special teams, on defense. He's hammering some guys tonight.
So Greenville takes over at their own 19-yard line here, trailing it 35-7. Third period, 5:51 to go. John Barr, wide out to the left, under center. Aiden Mannix going with the single back, rolling to the left side. Here's Mannix, and that ball is incomplete. It was intended for Barr, but he couldn't hold on to it. Brings up second down and 10. And tomorrow, Ohio State and Grambling State, 3:30 kickoff. 2 p.m. Pregame, 98.1 FM, 1570 WPTW.
Did you hear Grambling State's coach talking yesterday about how they were going to battle them, the band that is. He said the band is going to battle Ohio State. We got 2 of the best in the land. He said, but I know what the game's gonna feel like.
Well, I'll tell you what,
it's pretty funny.
That Grambling band is good. They're going to keep it on the ground on this one.
Gain Rammel, your ball carrier.
Rammel
Brought down by a tribe of Indians.
continuing to be the bellwether back there as the running back. Picks up about 3 yards. It'll be 3rd and 7. Clock continues to roll here. Piqua has played well defensively. They have played well offensively. They've come up with everything, including a few tricks here and there. And again, with the ball on the ground, this is not going to go close enough for a first down. Isaac Kurd carries it. And the ball is out to the 28-yard line, between the 27 and 28, brings up fourth down. Fourth down and 2.
Sean Garrett back deep for the Indians.
Gabe Rommel
Gabe Ramble a punt.
standing at his own 15 to punt.
Any chance they fake this?
Well, Piqua did that once, and they were successful for the second time doing that this year. A great fake. This one goes through the hands of Ramble.
Oh, dear.
He's going to fall at the ball at about the 3-yard line, and Piqua's going to have the ball. First and goal to go from the 3.
Maybe Ramble thought they were faking it and didn't get the message because that thing went right to his hands, and that's about worst case scenario here for Greenville.
So Piqua 3 yards away from pay dirt once again.
Then we'll get that running clock you were talking about, partner. 2 weeks in a row, this time on the positive end.
Piqua comes out. Cohen Brown, already a couple of touchdowns in this game. He is wide to the right. In the slot right side, that's Jace Palmer. To the near side, Rayshawn Garrett. They give the ball, Debo Nisley, touchdown. 3-yard run for Debo Nisley. And the Piqua Indians lead it 41-7. And looks like we got another player who is shaken up, this time for Greenville. He's still up on his feet. Now he goes down to both knees. So the training staff coming out there to take a look at the injured player. And we already started the running clock here. It's going. 41-7. Piqua, the lead on Greenville. We'll take a 30-second break here. 41-7. Piqua leading the Green Wave on 98.1 FM, 1570 WPTW, and the Indian Nation Station. It's a Porsche.
Classic.
So coming out, the clock has stopped now with 3:25 to go. Have a running clock until it gets within 29 points or less. On for the extra point, waiting for players to get out on the field here for the Green Wave. Gavin Larger. Well, now we're still waiting. And the referee is headed over to the far side of the field.
We've done a lot of waiting tonight.
Yep. Everybody kind of standing around. Now it looks like we've got another official. I don't know how many officials we've got over there on the sideline. And what they may be chatting about. Well, we've got, we can now tell you there are 3 officials over there and chatting with the coaching staff of Greenville.
Let's see if we can figure out, let's put words in their mouth. What are they talking about? All right, here's the deal. It's 41-7. How long is this fourth quarter going to take? Well, we can't make it go any faster except for the running clock.
Well, everybody walks away and nobody is stomping. So
I'm not sure what they were talking about over there. Seems kind of minuscule in the big scheme of things considering the situation and score.
So, Mr. Rommel gets ready. So this is his, how many extra points has he tried? 6 tonight? Well, here I go with my math again.
I think you said Rommel, but larger you mean, right?
Larger, yes,
Yeah.
larger.
Okay.
Rommel doing the punting for the other team. Okay, so Gavin Larger. It's down. Ooh, this one is blocked. No good. So, with 3:06 to go and a running clock ahead, it is 41-7. Piqua with the lead on Greenville on 98.1 FM, 1570 WPTW, and the Indian Nation Station. Brian also liked my foot. Gavin Larger to kick off, right to left. He's been a busy guy tonight. Done a good job, except for that missed extra point. Approaches the ball, right to left. Again, puts one right about the 5-yard line. It is brought forward and just across the 20-yard line out to about the 23. This time it is the other nominal back for this team, Gage Denham, with the run back. So it'll be 1st and 10, and again, not good field position for the Green Wave. Greenville next week is home against Fairborn. Fairborn having started the season 2-0, but they were losing last time we heard, I believe.
Yeah, they were getting blasted by Tip 34-0. But that's going to be rough sledding for the whole league this year. I think they're clearly the best team in the NBL this year.
They did not play their best game against Piqua last week and won it 40-7. And a timeout now is called.
Oh my goodness gracious.
By Greenville. So, see if there's any other things I can tell you about. The girls and boys cross country teams will entertain over 1,300 runners from 30 schools at tomorrow night at the annual Piqua Under the Lights cross country meet. This event promises to have bright lights, loud music, fireworks at the start of the varsity races. The junior high are going to be starting at 7:45. High school racing begins at 8:45 and 9:20, 9:55 and 10:30. I'm going to be in Betty by that time tomorrow night. Come out and support the cross-country teams at tomorrow night. What promises to be an electric atmosphere, one of the top cross-country meets in the state. My 2 grandsons ran cross-country. It's a great sport because more than any other sport I found, the parents, the families, everybody was rooting for each other.
Yeah,
to be quite honest, nobody was fighting for position, I guess.
Yeah, I found that too with William running cross country. For the years he did.
So on 1st and 10, a loss of 2 yards here by Greenville.
Zayden Allen in on a stop again, and Booker also got in there, and they've really adjusted and taken away that edge.
So you wonder whether Davis will go the route in this game or whether they will bring in a different quarterback at some point. On 2nd down and 12 now. 1:20 to go in the third period. Greenville with one wide out to the right side. They're going to throw it deep on the right side, and that ball is intercepted. Bringing it back. And Jay Hancock with the ball. And Piqua, he is knocked out of bounds just before the goal line. Looks like they'll spot it about the 1 yard line.
And it looked like Mannix was trying to make a tackle there, and he got nicked up on that play at the end there. That would not be a good thing for Greenville going forward if he was not able to return tonight.
Now, we've said Mannix, they try not to go to the air if they don't have to. Trailing 41-7, they have to. And that one was just a rainbow type shot. And easily sliding under that one was Jay Hancock. And then he brings it back. And it looks like they're going to spot the ball at the 1 yard line.
Well, there's no, yeah. They're pretty close to the end zone here. I'm guessing they're going to go Nisley again.
52 seconds and counting. Piqua taking time off the clock, the play clock. Nisley, touchdown! 1 yard run, Debo Nisley. 47-7 now. And having missed his last extra point, the only one he's missed this year, now we have a personal foul against Greenville. Looked like he signaled twice. Don't know whether there were two or not.
There might have been offsetting penalties. I'm not
he
sure.
Was he both times.
Both the direction?
He pointed toward Greenville.
Huh. That's 4 TDs on the night for Nisley. What a night. When he just steps into the starting role. Wasn't even in the depth chart last week. Moves from wide receiver to running back and has the game of a lifetime. And we got another whistle and another stoppage.
It looks like they're making Greenville send somebody off.
These referees getting paid by the hour? I can't tell here.
So with no time on the clock, here's the extra point. Gavin Larger. It's down. It's up. It's good. And through 3 quarters, it is 48-7. Piqua leading Greenville. Back after this 1 minute break. 98.1 FM 1570 WPTW and the Indian Nation Station.
McKenna Watson. Brooklyn McGuire. Kamari Evans. Malia Chambers. Maddie Wintrow. Dylan Weatherly. Bree Radcliffe. Adela Hammond. Ella Worley. Jaden Galvin Wells. Piper Ward. Brianna Cox. And Sophia Jones. They are coached by Emily Burnside and Laura French. Ladies and gentlemen, your Piqua varsity football cheerleaders.
Well, the Jay Hancock interception takes the ball back down to the 1 yard line. Debo Nisley takes it in. 48-7 now. Piqua the lead on Greenville. We begin the fourth period, and the running clock going to be very much in evidence here. Gavin Larger to kick it off. And this one's going to sail through the end zone. They moved the ball up because of those penalties there at the end of the touchdown play against Greenville. So the ball's going to be brought back out to the 20-yard line.
And that clock will just keep on running from here on out.
Yeah, Piqua got off to a very quick start. They got off to the 14-0 lead. Greenville came back, scored their touchdown, and Greenville has just seen the Piqua Indians pouring it on since then. The green wave come out. And the white jersey tops, the green pants, the green helmets and numbers, navy with white for the Piqua Indians. A little bit of red on there as well. And again, on the ground, they give it to the back.
New quarterback in there, it looks like, after Mannix got roughed up on that interception return in the end zone there.
So a loss on the play here for Greenville. And we'll have to get you the number on that quarterback. Already a minute and a half gone
Number
here.
6, it looks like. Grady Looker.
Man in motion. Looker gives the ball to the man in motion, who runs it ahead and picks up good yardage there. Ball carrier, Jeffrey Bolton. 5'11". He's a wide receiver.
Check it out.
Picks up 7 on the play. And it'll be a third down. Well, there's a flag on the play. I'll tell you what, the last 2 weeks, Piqua has done an excellent job of not being whistled. And we'll make sure on this one here. Boy, they are taking their time tonight, to be sure. It's going to be marched off here against Greenville once again. Never saw the official give the signal. So a 2nd and 13. Clock down to 9 minutes. Hey, once again, don't forget, we have the brand new thing. The Arbogast Ford presenting Kickoff Countdown. It's on the 98.1 WPTW website and YouTube. Arbogast Ford bringing you the preview of the next weekend's Piqua football game. Now the clock has stopped. The officials are just chatting. Now they're going to move the ball back up. No, they're going to move it back even more.
Whoa. We just can't get enough of this. And they stopped the clock for all of this too, so.
Yep. The ball back between the 8 and 9 now. Well, Greenville has imploded this night after 2 really good weeks.
Uh-oh.
Quarterback's going to be caught in the end zone for a safety. Piqua on the chase that time. And so it is now 50-7. And Greenville, with the free kick, going to be kicking to the Piqua Indians.
Landon Brown getting into the backfield.
So that was Landon Brown this time. who was able to get back there and get to the quarterback. What a night for the Browns.
It's a good thing the Browns are getting it done tonight, because the Browns will not be getting it done against the Bengals on Sunday.
Oh, they don't call you the king of segues for nothing.
Hey, I had to get the Bengals mention in there. Big weekend for them. They're going to Cleveland to get the dub. My apologies to any Browns fans in the crowd.
So with 8:31 to go, Piqua going to take the free kick. Debo Nisley and Rayshon Garrett standing back at their own 40-yard line. Now Debo moves back about 3 yards. And they're going to kick it from the tee. Debo Nisley does not handle it well and just falls on the ball. Smart play there. 50-7, Piqua leading Greenville. Running clock at 8:15 to go. This has been the third straight beautiful football night here in the Miami Valley. It's amazing.
This is middle of the fall type weather. Tomorrow the high is going to be 63 here. Hard to believe.
So with the ball on the 37-yard line, their own, Piqua comes out. And we got a new quarterback in there. New running back as well, who brings big yardage to the play. And with the run is Noah DeMarcus, who we've talked about before. The new quarterback is sophomore Keaton Fisher. Keaton Fisher, who wears number 19. First action for him this year.
Well, it came back because of a holding penalty, it appears. But that was a nice run nonetheless.
And that is one of the few penalties we've seen for Piqua tonight. And that comes with mainly the second string in there. 2 wide to the left, 1 to the right. DeMarcus, the back who gets the ball and gets nowhere. He's brought down by Caden Maxwell, the senior defensive back, 5'9", 165-pounder. Clock down to 6:15 now. And I hear in the background, let me check, the old 9:13. That's the time here. One man wide to the right is Garrett Brewer. 2 to the left side. Again, they go to DeMarcus.
DeMarcus, your ball carrier.
And DeMarcus gets the ball out across the 30 to the 32-yard line. It'll bring up third down now. 3rd and 16. Well, if Piqua has to punt this ball away, it should be the best field position, I think, that we have seen Greenville start in, if it comes that way.
We'll see if they get the youngster a chance to throw it here. I'm going to guess they're still going to hand it off, but that's just my guess.
On 3rd and 16. And we've got a flag on the play before anything even gets started. And I think the play clock expired. So that'll take it back 5 yards.
Looks like a legal substitution. I think Piqua huddled up and then let a guy ran off the field at the last second. So
yep. Out of the gun. DeMarcus. No, another new runner back there is Gabe Sloan, the sophomore running back. He picks up a little bit of yardage, but it brings up a 4th down.
That'll bring up 4th down.
And with the ball out at the 32-yard line, we'll see who's going to go back in there and punt the ball. Yeah, it's going to be Chris Davis. So while his quarterbacking chores are done tonight, not so his job back there to punt. Gets a good one away. This one going to roll across the 25 and down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. So I was incorrect on saying that this would be good field position here.
It did not turn out to be.
For Greenville. Only 3.5 minutes left to go in this game. 50-7. Piqua leading Greenville. A reminder, radio sponsors include Sunset Meats, Piqua Lumber, Family Farm and Home, Jameson and Yanesi Funeral Home, Bushnell's Collision and Towing, and Arbogast Ford.
The team, cheerleaders, and band will be there to get ready for the Trojans as the Indians look to recapture the
So Greenville
Miami Trophy.
showing
We encourage all to come out and bring great energy.
no worries about doing anything quickly here. They're just trotting back out on the field. There's only 8 seconds to go on the play clock.
They're going to use a timeout.
Well, now they flipped the play clock back up to 23 seconds.
Say, whew, I thought Greenville might call yet another timeout.
And they try and go up the right side. There's nothing doing there. And that looked like Hayden Maxwell carrying the ball with 2:20 to go. Well, they're doing a lot of substituting here, getting new people in there. And they hand the ball off. It goes over the right side. And again, it's Caden Maxwell. Inside 2 minutes to go here. Pickup of 1. 3rd and 9. Brady Looker, now the quarterback. And they're acting like they're the ones ahead, trying to waste as much time there is. And with a single back, the whistle blows. Illegal procedure. Working against Greenville, back 5, back to the 15. We hit 1 minute to go. So we may have one more play left in this game.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like.
Grady Looker back in. Where's number 6? 40 seconds to go. Man in motion. Give the boot to the man in motion. Stacked up by a wall of blue shirts. Among those in there, Noah DeMarcus. That brings up 4th down, but the clock is continuing to roll, and that's going to do it. That's going to do it. Final score, Piqua 50 and Greenville 7. Piqua goes to 1-3, 2-1. The record for the Greenville Green Wave. And we'll be back to wrap this one up right after this here on 98.1 FM 1570 WPTW and the Indian Nation YouTube channel.
Yeah, man. Okay. Hello. Okay. Did you let Megan know? All right, thank you. All right.
That one was because they literally walked over here and got in the same car. Best friend. Right. Preston was always there. I was like, Preston was there with so many people. With Sarah for a little bit, and Preston's here. Right. Go hang out with the president.
One last time here to Alexander Stadium, Perk Field, as tonight the Piqua Indians get in the winning column with a 50-7 victory over the Greenville Green Wave. Tom Michaels, Brian Gillespie, back with you here. And Brian, I know the competition was not what it was a week ago. It may have been more similar to what we saw in the opener against Lima Senior, but the Piqua Indians just showed superiority in every aspect of the game, and finally got that running game going big.
I'll tell you what, it was a clean football game they played tonight. Not a lot of penalties, very few, only a couple to be honest. And then you had just it was the Debo night. Debo Nisley really flipped the script for the Piqua offense. He came in here as a receiver out of nowhere. They flipped him to a running back, and he just, ripped off 139 yards on 17 carries and 4 touchdowns with an 8.2 average. Unbelievable night on his first start. Chris Davis is a sophomore, 16 of 17 for 154 yards and 3 touchdowns through the air tonight. Just a great game all around. Zayden Allen had another 9 tackles for the defensive unit. Rayshawn Garrett, 8 catches for 94 yards for a touchdown. Cohen Brown, a couple touchdowns as well. It was a domination all across the board.
And you have the scoring in this game.
Yes, we had Piqua jumped out in the first quarter. Cohen Brown with the touchdown catch, 9 minutes to go there. Rayshawn Garrett added 1 in the first quarter to make it 14-0. Greenville scored its lone touchdown of the night with a bar TD reception with 10:07 to go in the second quarter. Nisley got his first touchdown, a first of 4 with 6:06 to go in the second quarter. Cohen Brown hit pay dirt again with 1:57 left in the second quarter to make it 28-7. And Nisley added 3 touchdowns in the third quarter to seal the deal, 27, 3, and 1 yard out. And the one put them up 48-7 with 30 seconds left in the third quarter. And the running clock ran out, luckily for Greenville, because they did not want to see any more Nisley on the night. 50-7 after that safety with 8:31 left.
All righty. Don't forget, tomorrow, Ohio State, Grambling State, that at 3:30. That's the kickoff, 2 o'clock with the pregame here on WPTW. Our next game is Piqua against Troy at Troy. That'll be next Friday night, and we'll be on the air at 6:45 with our pregame. Don't forget that we also have a brand new feature, Arbogast Ford presenting the kickoff countdown on Tuesdays on the YouTube page, as well as 981WPTW.com. You can see a preview of that particular week's game. So a good one here for the Piqua Indians, and we certainly appreciate you being here with us as well. So for everybody involved, for the YouTube station, our YouTube channel on YouTube, and for everybody at WPTW, for my broadcast partner, who else? Brian Gillespie. My name is Tom Michaels. In the final score, 50-7, Piqua over Greenville. See you next week with Piqua Indians football on WPTW.